Hold. Thank you.
And everyone, without much further ado, time to launch the book. आप लोगों को हम हमारी जो book launch है, The Power of Home Numbers, उसकी पहली झलक दिखाने जा रहे हैं. So अब बारी है to launch the book. And आपके सामने book है. Sir, ma'am, मैं गुजारिश करूँगी कि आप ये sheet हटाएं and unveil the book.
सर वो बुके हाथ में ले बुक हाथ में ले लीजिए बुके नहीं चुप मान पे श्रीम
Thank you.
hold बाइट कर लेते.
So, we would request you both to be seated, please. हमारे कुछ सवाल हैं जो हम आपसे पूछना चाहते हैं, फिर कुछ सवाल हमारे जो मीडिया है वो आपसे पूछेंगे. जैसी जी, you stay in US, you're so popular there, especially with the media. Why you thought of coming to India and launch the third edition of your book, The Power of Home Numbers?
That's a great question, actually. Yeah, so that is a great question, actually. You know, what they say is this, that as you grow older, you know, the place where you're born, your motherland, it attracts you like a magnet. That energy starts pulling you back. And then after this book was written, the third edition, it did circulate really well in the United States. But my soul, my inner being started calling me and telling me that the highest and best for this book would be to find its way and be released in India, your motherland. So that was the intention.
जैसे जी आपने बहुत सारे very popular predictions you have done. कोई ऐसा prediction जो आप हमारे साथ share करना चाहेंगे?
I won't say it's prediction. I say it's more about it's solution-based. It's more solution-based information, right? I'll give you one example. So what happened many years ago, and I was on a radio station. I still am actually on a station called Seeing Beyond, which is run by Bonnie Colleen. She's behind this book as well, and this one, this one lady who happened to be my client. She's an Irish lady. She heard me and then she consulted me for a little bit, and then with this information, I was able to sell a couple of houses for her down south Los Angeles. And then she moved up north, and then she started calling me one day and said, "Hey, Jesse, you need to come and meet my friend. My friend, he is the programming director of Crawford Television in San Francisco." And then, being a stranger that you just consulted, right, I was eager to go, but my wife said, "Hey, listen, why are you sitting there answering a call and going to meet a stranger? You barely know her, right?" But my innocence said, "No, we need to go see this girl," right? We did. And so when I went there, she was absolutely right. Her friend was Pat Patton, and Pat Patton was the programming director of Crawford Television in San Francisco, a huge star there. And then we met, and then we met a few times later. And then, so this structure is a huge building on South Van Ness in San Francisco, and the address was 1001 South Van Ness Avenue. But the television station was not doing that well. So he said, "Hey, Mr. Kalsi, what do you think about this number?" I said, "You know what, Pat, this is not a very good number for a television station, 1001. He said, "Okay, so what do we do?" I said, "You should add 2 5s and a number 2 to it." And so interestingly, this man, because he was desperate for his ratings to go up, right? He said, "Okay, 5, 5, and 2, so it became 1001 and 2 5s and a 2. And then, like television and print media are always in competition, right? So one day what happens is, and that's pretty soon, a couple of weeks later, so this gentleman, the reporter from sfgate.com, he just goes by the station, right, and looks at those numbers there. And you know how the white man's mentality is kind of very difficult, right? So he goes up to the security guy and says, "Hey, why are these numbers here?" So he says, oh, ask Pat Patton because he asked me to put these numbers here. And he goes inside and says, I want to meet Pat Patton. And I said, why are these numbers here? It's because Jesse Kalsi told me. And so now, and they wrote this huge story. And he said, look at this station. He's consulted a numerologist, and they can't do their business, and the ratings are down. But what actually happened was those numbers did shift the energy, and Crown 4 television started doing much better. And this can be verified. If you go Google my name, Jesse Kalsi, and add Crown 4 to it, you will find out that story there. So I'm basically stuck to their tail forever, right? So that's what happened. And so that's one of those many things I did. I've also had a chance to work with several, famous people like Gracy up in Hollywood. But you know how it is. Some information has to be kept private because they hire me to talk to them, but then I have to talk to a manager and sign a paper. And so whatever I discuss with them is very confidential. So so that pretty much goes on too. I have also had a chance to consult with many startups in the Silicon Valley. Name business names, like pick up the right vibration for the business. So that's happened many times too. But then there's this one example I want to really talk about is this one, this gal, she's from Pune here, and she's an engineer there. She came to consult with me, right? And her daughter, she's like a teenager, more than a teenager actually, and she had a friend who would actually, this is kind of negative talk for her. It's okay, I'll tell you. So the daughter goes and her friend jumps off the Golden Gate Bridge, right? And so the mother is so worried, but this daughter says that, you know what, I have to follow my friend. And so then she comes to see me. So I said, do this and this and this, and she did, right? But this girl didn't listen, She goes right back, and she's hanging off the Golden Gate Bridge again. But luckily what happened, the people on top, right, they saw her. And so this guy approached her and said, hey, start talking to her, gave her the psychological dose, and pulled her back. Wow. So that I honestly, in my gut, I feel so good about it because I had suggested a few things to her, which she did, and she was wearing something that I gave her, and I directly feel that energy saved that gal's life. So that's some that I remember, but they're much more than what I can tell you now because I've been practicing this for more than 20 years. So, all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So my next question is, इंडिया में सबसे खास बात हमारे लिए होती है हमारा घर. सबसे स्पेशल बात, सबसे बड़ा ड्रीम होता है मेकिंग अ होम. बट ऐसा कभी हमने देखा नहीं कि किसी ने स्पेशली एक बुक लिखी हो ऑन द पावर ऑफ होम नंबर्स, जो कि हमारा कल्चर रहा है. Why you thought of writing a book on specifically on home numbers?
That's a great question. I can tell you, after I, ended my military career, I served the Indian military for 8.5 years. I came out of the National Defense Academy, which is up here in Pune, 3 years, and then Indian Military Academy there, and then I was a captain in the Gurkha Rifles for 8.5 years. And yeah, I'm an infantry officer, by the way. I've served this country, my motherland, very honorably. I was also an instructor in the commando wing right here in Belgaum, and I was an ADC to a general in the desert too in that short term, so I was doing really well. But then karma, it's called destiny, right? And things turn, your mind flips, right? And then your karma, my karma took me straight out of here to a country where I was kind of totally blank because I was not an MBA, right? I had a big dream, but I did not know what to do, right? When I came to America, but by the grace of God, I got legalized within a year's time, which is, what legalization basically means is like, getting your green card, which had happened, And then, when I was a cadet in the military academy, I remember I used to, you're fighting in the shop, these fighting ranges that teach you how to shoot rifles and all that. I used to always end up with the rifle number 27. And 27 was, when I was to shoot with the rifle in the ranges there, it was very light on my shoulder, and the recoil was very less. But my score was always very high. But I was fairly young at that time, I didn't realize that there's something about this number, I didn't realize that. But after I leapt into America and suddenly found a full blank, right? That 27 came back in my apartment as a number. Very mysterious. And then after that, I became a flight instructor. From an infantry officer to a flight instructor was kind of a big change. And very often when I used to land the plane and sit down, and And I used to look at myself and say, you know, what is happening, right? And I could, you know, take students up and flip the plane up and down, and then, you know, you wonder at yourself, I mean, how far could you, I mean, how could you do all these things? But then many things happened, and then I remember one day, this one gal, she was kind of attracted to me, so she came and she was knocking my door, and then she happened to be my wife later. So that also happened in that number 27. So many good things happened, you know, but that was all related to numbers and numerology. And but my point is this, that 27 does not work with everybody, right? So it's not one shoe fits all. ऐसा नहीं होता है. So it works with me because I have a date of birth that is more specific to my energy. So that has to be considered before you pick any number. But I can tell you for a fact that you stay in your own energy and your own numbers, and then you go up the sky.
Wow. What a beautiful story of an ex-army man becoming a world-renowned. And also we have the beautiful Gracy Singh. So Gracy, हम आपसे जानना चाहते हैं कि आप कितना मानती हैं डेस्टिनी को, एस्ट्रोलॉजी को, न्यूमरोलॉजी को?
Good evening. Many congratulations to Gracy and very inspiring to hear from you. I believe that we are always surrounded with positive and negative energies. So if we think positive, we attract positive energies. So I do believe that you create your own destiny and you have the power to change. And I'm here to support because Gracy ji is spreading so much of happiness in people's lives, and it's all about solving the problem. And I have never studied myself, but yes, I do believe that magic happens. And with me also astrologically, many magical things have happened in my life, and it's happening since many years. So yes, you can always create magic with numbers. That has happened. Yes.
You can always create
because you can recognize your own strength and your own positive numbers and then act accordingly.
That is really beautifully defined, Gracy. आपके लिए आपके घर का नंबर, जब आप घर ले रही थी या बना रही थी, जो कि एक अल्टीमेट ड्रीम होता है, सो क्या कितनी आपने इम्पोर्टेंस दी इस बात को कि मेरे घर का नंबर क्या है, या नेम प्लेट्स में जो नाम लिखे गए हैं उनका टोटल क्या है?
ये मैंने कभी पहले डिसाइड नहीं किया. बस मेरा फोकस हमेशा मेरे गोल पे होता है कि मुझे क्या अचीव करना है. मुझे सिर्फ उसका रिजल्ट दिखता है, और वो कैसे होगा, क्या होगा, वो मैं नहीं देखती. लेकिन मैं अपने फोकस से कभी शिफ्ट नहीं होती अगर मैंने कुछ डिसाइड किया है. लेकिन न्यूमरोलॉजी तो हमारे भारत की प्राचीन कला से चला आ रहा है. ये हमारे हिंदुस्तान का एक बहुत अहम हिस्सा है. तो बाद में जब हमने ये देखा, मैंने घर लिया, बहुत खुशी हुई. तो हर चीज़ अकॉर्डिंगली पॉजिटिव थी. नंबर्स भी बहुत अच्छे थे घर के, जो मैच हो रहे थे. लेकिन पहले से मैंने डिसाइड नहीं किया था, क्योंकि फोकस हमेशा पॉजिटिव रहा है. और आई वांट टू मेक एवरीथिंग अराउंड मी ब्यूटीफुल. आई वांट पीपल टू ऑलवेज हैव सक्सेस इन लाइफ, बी हैप्पी, बी वेरी हेल्दी. So that is my wish, and I have been a part of spiritual environment always with a lot of spiritual organizations. So maybe that has helped me a lot with the positive surrounding.
So इसका मतलब कि यहाँ जो भी हो रहा है is really positive and beautiful, and that's why Gracy is part of this event. आपने एक बहुत खूबसूरत बात कही about your goals. ग्रेसी, जब आप इंडस्ट्री में आई थी तब ये आउटसाइडर की बात नहीं थी, बट आज हमको पता चलता है कि what a magic it is that you went on to do those magical films and you made your own path and you made it so big, and we are so proud of you. शायद एक बार जोरदार तालियां ग्रेसी के लिए. So शायद तब हमें इस बात का एहसास नहीं था that how difficult it is, but today we are extremely proud of everything.
Thank you so much.
So जैसी सर, एक क्वेश्चन मैं आपसे पूछना चाहती हूँ कि हमारे घर में जो नंबर्स होते हैं, जैसा कि उन्होंने कहा कि उन्होंने घर लिया तो तब इतना नंबर्स का नहीं सोचा, लेकिन हम जब डेट ऑफ बर्थ होती है हम बहुत फोकस करते हैं. वी नो कि इसका जो नंबर है इट मैटर्स, लेकिन घर के टाइम पे हम भूल जाते हैं. तो अगर हमारे घर का नंबर करेक्ट नहीं है तो हम किस तरह की प्रॉब्लम्स फेस कर सकते हैं?
मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ ना. अब देखें आप जो वास्तुशास्त्र है, so prominent, is so powerful, right? And I believe that myself. And वहाँ पे यहाँ भी the feng shui जो है ना, the art of air and wind, the Chinese say, right? That is also very prevalent, you know. So the feng shui concept is more Bagua oriented, you know. Art, they make 8 corners, right, and then they'll do it like that. Vastu is more scientific, and I personally feel that you know, well, I'll say it, who cares? The concept of feng shui has been, you know, it's been stolen from India, you know. Over the years, the Chinese just kind of like they steal everything else, and they took that too. You know, it's just like the cookie, you know. If you go to a Chinese restaurant, right, and in the end they'll throw 2 cookies at you, and you open it and see how much fortune can, right? And I have some friends there, these Chinese, so I was talking to them. I said, cookie. He said, listen, Mr. Kalsi, these cookies are only for the Westerners. this is we don't open any cookies, right? So going back to your question, you said that how would I mean, if you don't stay with the numbers, what can happen, right? I can tell you, I'll give you one example. I'm also a real estate broker, and वहाँ पे ना where I live, up in the area of Fremont and that area, in the Bay Area, there was this one family that moved from Seattle down. They were Oriental people, and beautiful, you know, development people, and $2 million home was bought, you know, and they were business people. So वहाँ पर, you know, a huge koi pond and everything, and the koi fish, by the way, were imported from Japan. एक मच्छी की कीमत was $25,000. I said, my God, you know, that is the, you know, state of buying fish, right? And then, so with time, the business was not doing that well. And then suddenly there was a sign outside said for sale, you know. So as a real estate broker, I just walked in there. So I asked the lady, I said, this property. She said, yes, Mr. Kalsi, we're selling this property. How much? $2 million. She said, look at the feng shui, look at the fish, and look at this, and look at that. And I looked at the number first, and I said, oh, मैंने कहा ये तो घर भी बिकने वाला नहीं है. मैंने ऐसे उसको बोला. She said, oh, we'll see. What happened? That house was the number 180. As it went, it did not sell. They had a loan on the property, and what happened in the end? The bank took the property, right? So the point is that even the most expensive koi fish could not save that property. So that is how important numbers are, Anupama.
Wow, that is like amazing. अभी जब मैं अपना घर अफोर्ड कर पाऊंगी तो मैं सबसे पहले अपने घर का नंबर देखूंगी. So open to media. आप में से अगर कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहता है तो please go ahead.
He will present a book to Gracy ji. Present the book and then we'll have a group picture with her.
It's a specially signed book by Mr. Jesse for.
Yes, wait, look here. Wait.
Yeah. मैम यहाँ पे. सर यहाँ पे.
1 second, hold on. Okay.
Normally, what happens is people forget the importance of an anchor in an event, but Mr. Jesse, he didn't. So, sir has got a special signed book for me also. So, sir, खुद ही बोलना पड़ेगा. Please जोरदार तालियां मेरे लिए.
यहाँ पे. Thank you.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you, sir. It's time for a group picture. We would like to call on stage our entire team. ये event अंबरने entertainment के बिना नहीं हो सकता था. So I would like to call on stage the CEO and Managing Director Prabhakar Shetty ji and Gitanjali Rao ji. Please join us on stage. सारे लोग
आगे आ जाओ.
बहुत नजदीक हो जाएगा.
देखो ना देखो.
ए बाहर के बोले रे बेबो.
नहीं तो फिर पीछे चले.
हाँ नहीं आ रहा.
आ रहे हैं?
24
आ जाएगा इसलिए मैं.
साइड में या हाँ बीच में मत. रुक रुक रुक.
लुक यार लुक स्टिल कैमरा.
यार चिंकी मैम लुक इधर.
वीडियो में चल.
यहाँ पे.
लुक कैमरा. यस.
या everyone.
अब यहाँ
1
पे.
minute. From Ambadya Entertainment, one of our Nasik branch coordinator, Sagar Wazli.
यार मेंढक बीच में मत आ रहे.
यहाँ पे
यहाँ पे
मैम लुक योर लेफ्ट.
पंकज मिला.
कड़क मेरा.
थैंक यू.
Guys, just make sure we all are looking good.
माइक टेस्टिंग 1 2 3. आवाज़ आ रही है?
सबसे पहले ग्रेसी मैम और सर आप दोनों का बहुत बहुत स्वागत है.
थैंक यू.
क्या कहना चाहेंगे मैम? सबसे पहले न्यूमरोलॉजी में कितना बिलीव करते हो और इस बुक के बारे में क्या कुछ आपको बताया गया है, थोड़ा सा हमारे ऑडियंस को बताइए.
जी हाँ, इससे हम जो सबसे ज़रूरी बात है हमारा घर, कि हमें उससे खुशियाँ मिलें, हमारे लिए अपना घर कितना ज़रूरी है खुशहाल रहने के लिए. और उसमें ना सिर्फ एक मकान की बात, लेकिन एक पारिवारिक संबंध भी हमारे अच्छे बने रहें और लोगों के जीवन में कैसे खुशियाँ, सफलता और जो भी वो हासिल करना चाहें वो खुशी से मिले. तो उसकी जानकारी हमें जसी जी से मिलती है. इन्हें बहुत बहुत बधाई देना चाहती हूँ और इनकी ये जो नई किताब है उसके लिए बहुत सी शुभकामनाएं.
Thank you.
Sir,
Yes,
to
sir.
you, first of all, introduce yourself and tell us about yourself and sir, आर्मी बैकग्राउंड से फिर author, थोड़ा सा बताइए जर्नी के बारे में, कैसी जर्नी रही और थोड़ा सा बुक के बारे में बताइए.
जी. Hi. So hello everybody. My name is Jesse Kalsi, and that's how I go by now, Jesse Kalsi. But actually, my official name is Jasbir Singh Kalsi. And I come from a military background. My father served the Indian Air Force, and my younger brother, he also served the Indian Army like me. So that's how I came, and then I served the Indian Army as a captain up until as a captain with the 1st Battalion, the 3rd Gurkha Rifles, which is also called the Queen's Own. And my career was doing really, really well. In that 8.5 years of service, I was posted as a commando instructor here at Belgaum, which is not far from here. And I was also ADC to a general up in the desert. So, and then suddenly, things just changed. I guess my destiny flipped, and then I ended up in the United States of America. I had big dreams of, making it big, but the thing was, I was just an army officer, right? I was not trained to make money, you see. And but the dream was big when, just like Gracie said earlier, a positive mind, right? And you put your eyes on a goal is exactly what I did. And then when I ended up in America, right, I had this basic knowledge which was kind of tickling my back all the time, but I stuck to that. I stuck to that information, and that's what I followed all the way. And then as I went along, in that journey, I suddenly happened to meet, people, and then I got hooked up with the American media, I remember one time I'll give you one quickly, just a few words about this one example I'll tell you. And I was in my office one day, it was kind of raining out there, and then this one gal made an appointment with me, she was from the Pacific Island, the Fiji Islander. And she said, hey, Mr. Kalsi, I want to come and see you quickly for an appointment. So I was standing outside sipping coffee, it was raining there. And so she parks her car, and then she comes straight and very, very upset and angry, She sits right across the table like that and says, I don't know why I came to see you. I said, what happened? He says, the man I married wears a turban like you. He's a miserable guy. He's made my life hell or whatever. So we talked, went back and forth, right? And then she paid me money, and then she gets in her car, and then she calls Bonnie Colleen. I've mentioned her name right behind the book. She runs a station called Seeing Beyond in San Francisco. It comes in the morning drive on rush hour, right? So then Bonnie suddenly calls me from nowhere, a positive mind. And then she asked me a few questions. Say, hey, Mr. Kalsi, Jesse, you want to be on the radio station? And I have never been on a radio station. And she said, why don't you come on the radio station morning? People will listen to you, and I'll take a short interview, right? And then when I went to the station, she said, oh, can people ask you questions? I got very nervous, I said, my God, क्या questions पूछेंगे सुबह इतने दुनिया गाड़ी में घूम रही है, But anyway, I remember the first call up was this one lady, right? So she calls me and she says, hey, Mr. Kalsi, she had a British accent, right? She said, oh, I remember her date was some 16th or something. So what do you think? Give me something about my numbers, right? I told her, hey, listen, number 16. I said, your date of birth? There's some health issue with you, and it's kind of going waist and downwards, right? And she said, oh my God, she says, you know, I have to leave for London tomorrow for some kind of, you know, female-related surgery or something. So that's how it started. I mean, it was like a sign from God saying, hey, listen, the first caller has agreed with you, now the gates are open. And that's exactly what happened, right? Abhi bhi, you know, I sit on all radio stations there, the phones don't stop to ring. You know, I did a Persian television one time, it's called Apatana Television. The producer there, he told me, he says, Mr. Kalsi, I've never seen anyone, you know, who comes and talks to a Persian audience, Apatana Television, and people calling from Iran and God knows, all the world, you know.
Okay.
You know, so that's how the lines would ring there. And it still keeps going like that, and I'm really grateful for everything that is happening, and that's exactly how this book was born.
ग्रेसी मैम, आप कितना बिलीव करती हैं न्यूमरोलॉजी में, थोड़ा सा बताइए, और कोई ऐसा कोई एक्सपीरियंस जो आप हमारी ऑडियंस के साथ शेयर करना चाहें? जैसे
इतना मैंने एस्ट्रोलॉजी में स्टडी नहीं किया, लेकिन मैं ये ज़रूर बिलीव करती हूँ कि इसमें बहुत पावर है। मैं यही बात एक बिलीव करती हूँ कि जैसे हमने इतने सारे कानून बनाए हैं, तो यूनिवर्स का भी एक कानून है, तो जो भी हम करेंगे अपने कर्म के हिसाब से हमारे पास वही आएगा। तो सफलता हासिल करने के लिए ये सबसे ज़रूरी है कि हम जो भी करना चाहें, काम करें, उसमें एक बात का ध्यान रखें कि किसी का भी कोई नुकसान नहीं हो। तो अगर किसी एक का भी नुकसान होता है तो ऑब्वियसली फिर हमें वो मुश्किलें आती हैं। लेकिन अगर हम ये भावना के साथ काम करते हैं कि सबको फ़ायदा हो, औरों को भी खुशी हो, सफलता मिले, तो पूरा यूनिवर्स आपकी मदद करता है आपको वो सब दिलवाने में जो आप चाहते हैं। So I do believe that you are the creator of your destiny, and yes, we do have positive numbers which are complementing our destiny. तो जी
मैम, बीइंग एन आउटसाइडर, थोड़ा सा अगर जर्नी के बारे में आप हमारी ऑडियंस को बताएं। अप्स एंड डाउन सबकी
जी हाँ
लाइफ में आते हैं, लेकिन आप कैसे खुद को मोटिवेट करती है, कैसे इंस्पायर होती है, अगर थोड़ा सा हमारी ऑडियंस
कि कभी भी हमें हारना नहीं चाहिए। जब मैं अपनी पहली पिक्चर कर रही थी तो वो गाना बार बार मेरे मन में था कि सच और साहस है जिसके मन में, अंत में जीत उसी की रहे। तो आपके मन में सच और साहस रहेगा, सच्चाई से ही चलना है, तो जितनी भी मुश्किलें आएंगी लेकिन वो आपको हरा नहीं सकती। वो एक आपका टेस्ट होता है, आपको और मजबूत बनाने के लिए सारी मुश्किलें आपके जीवन में आती हैं, लेकिन आपको कभी भी उससे निराश नहीं होना, मायूस नहीं होना और किसी को कोई दुख नहीं देना। बस इसी बात का ध्यान रखना है। और हमें ऑब्वियसली ऐसे सब इंस्पायर करने वाले जो हमारी मदद करने वाले हैं, तो वो हमारे से ज़रूर कुछ ना कुछ हेल्प करते रहेंगे आपके जीवन में। जब भी कोई कठिनाई आएगी आप इन्हीं चीज़ों से मदद ले सकते हैं। तो always God and universe is there to help every human being. So life is very precious and you have to enjoy and be happy in life. That's what I believe.
Yeah, it's beautiful. That's beautiful.
सर के साथ किस तरह का कोलैबोरेशन है? सर के साथ कुछ बातचीत हुई उस चीज़ पे? सर
जी, मुझे ये आज पहली बार ये किताब मिली है, मैं ज़रूर इसके बारे में जानकारी रखूँगी। और इनसे जो भी, क्योंकि हमारे भी परिवार में मेरे जो संबंधी, मेरी बुआ है जिन्होंने मेरा नाम रखा था ग्रेसी, वो भी कलसी फैमिली है। तो ये एक रिलेशन है, कनेक्शन। सब मेरी भाभी भी अभी हैं, परमजीत कौर कलसी, बलविंदर कलसी। So there is a family.
So there's a divine plan, Gracy. You know, like so I was talking to somebody recently. He says, Mr. Kalsi, अपना कोई plan नहीं होता, divine plan ही होता है।
Divine plan होता है, divine.
वही चलता है, and this is all a part of the divine plan, right? All this is a divine plan.
Yes,
Wonderful.
yes.
मैम, दोनों मीडियम में काम किया आपने, अभी छोटे पर्दे पर भी हमने आपको देखा।
जी।
क्या क्या क्राइटेरिया है, मतलब ऐसा कोई खास चीज़ें जो देखती है आप प्रोजेक्ट में, और कोई अगर अपकमिंग प्रोजेक्ट हमारी ऑडियंस के साथ शेयर करना चाहें आप?
टेलीविज़न के ही है ये प्रोजेक्ट। मेरा सपना था कि मैं कुछ ऐसा रोल करूं जिससे लोगों के जीवन में और भी प्रेरणा मिले। तो आई एम वेरी फॉर्चुनेट टू प्ले द गॉडेस संतोषी माँ अगेन।
तो सेकंड सीजन इज कमिंग?
जी, सेकंड, यस यस। थैंक यू। ओके, विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट। बाय। जी हाँ।
4 घंटा है ना फोटो सर,
थोड़ा पीछे जी
ला तो निकालो, पीछे पीछे लेके आ रही है उसकी। आजा।
थैंक यू।
निकालूं?
मैम आपका सोलो आपका लुक कैमरा
अंबरने भी दिखे
नीचे कर बे, नीचे कर, राइट टेक,
1 सेकंड
ऊपर कर।
दिख रहा है मैम, दिख
हम
रहा
लोग जगह दे रहे हैं इतना तेज कर रहे हैं।
है। अरे पूरा
बस
दिख रहा है।
फुलूस।
पीछे भी
थैंक यू।
थोड़ा पीछे आ जाएंगे।
सर इथे बघा
थैंक यू।
थैंक यू।
क्या लुक Z7 ला?
ऐसा बोलो मत, निकाल दूंगा नहीं तो।
इथे बघा
मैम यहाँ पे
लुक योर लेफ्ट।
या डन।
थैंक यू।
मैं सोलो